We all have the ability to become a more attractive man. If you already think you're good looking, you can definitely improve even more. And if you don't think you're attractive, there are definitely some things you can change that will make you more appealing. And to help you figure out what those things are, I'm going to tell you about some habits that make a man less attractive. Lack of hygiene. Men's hygiene is a very broad topic, but it's extremely important. So first, always try to keep your clothes clean. Don't keep wearing the same clothes over and over again, because our natural scent, our sweat, gets absorbed by them and over time makes them smell far from pleasant. And another very important thing is, make sure your clothes actually smell good after washing, because there's no point in putting your clothes in the machine and using just a tiny bit of detergent, which won't get rid of the bad smell. All of this is really important, especially if you have a stronger odor in your armpits. Besides that, there are some other basic things like taking a shower and washing every part of your body, washing your hair at least every other day, and taking care of your oral health by brushing your teeth daily, at least twice a day, because bad breath is something that drives people away. A tip for those who have frequent bad breath is to use a tongue scraper, which is a pretty cheap product, reasonably affordable, and it removes that white coating from the tongue that causes many people to have bad breath. Crooked teeth. Our smile is like a big business card because, as I've mentioned here a few times, smiling at people is a really nice gesture since a smile is something contagious. If you smile at a baby, I'm sure they'll smile back at you. So it's something natural for humans. However, some people feel insecure about their own smile because of crooked or sometimes yellowish teeth. So the tip I want to give you here is that if your smile bothers you in any way, go to a dentist and try to get braces if your teeth are crooked, or get a whitening treatment if they're very yellow and it bothers you. All of this is very important, and without a doubt, someone with a beautiful and more confident smile is definitely more attractive. There are people who don't wear braces because they think they'll look ugly, that they won't like their smile that way. However, you have to think that this is something good for your future, especially if you're young, because it's easier for your teeth to change during this period. So the sooner you get braces, the faster your treatment will be, and the younger you'll be when you have a beautiful smile. Bad posture. Bad posture is undoubtedly something that gets in the way of your attractiveness, because poor posture conveys many things, and one of them is confidence. A person with poor posture is definitely less confident than someone with good posture. Just observe a friend of yours who has bad posture, or even look at a photo on the internet of someone with correct posture and someone without it. And besides, you adjust the way you sit, the way you walk, the way you stand still. Your spine will benefit your body and will prevent you when you're 60 years old. Be an elderly person all hunched over and with serious back problems. I have a question here. Do you want me to make a video just about posture? How to improve it? How to sit and walk correctly? I'll use the comments as a reference here. So comment a lot if you want this video, because that's how I'll know if you really need it. And leave a like too, so I have another metric. Aggressive or demeaning behavior. The tip here is simply to try not to be such an explosive person. Don't curse at people for no reason. Extreme mood swings out of nowhere. Be careful with jokes that put down the people around you, your close friends, because almost no one can stand it, and people tend to distance themselves from those who keep belittling them, making fun, annoying little jokes, and from people who have a very unstable mood. One moment you're really happy, the next you're really pissed off, really angry. Excess weight. Nowadays, people are into this trend of normalizing everything, even things that aren't supposed to be normal. One of them is obesity, or being overweight. So, if you're someone who is overweight, exercise, start eating better, completely change the habits that have put you in this state. I know it's not easy, because if it were, everyone would be thin, but it's definitely possible. Because this is something that, if you change it in your body, I'm sure your whole life, everything that revolves around your life will change. Your social life, your love life, your health. So if you're someone who is overweight, go for it, dedicate yourself, give it your all, and change the situation. Believe me, it will be really good for you. But please don't do anything crazy with your diet. Pimples. Having pimples on your face is a problem that affects a lot of people. And depending on your case, it can even stop you from being yourself, because many people feel more insecure because of it. So try to wash your face frequently to remove that oiliness. Never, under any circumstances, squeeze your pimples, because that will leave marks on your face that will stay for the rest of your life. Use drying products that help them disappear faster. And depending on your case, go to a dermatologist who is a doctor specialized in skin, because without a doubt they will know the best treatment for you. Haircut. This is an area where we need to be very careful, because just as a haircut can save you and make you look much better, it can also ruin you. So always try to get a nice haircut. Don't try to get too creative or experimental. Every now and then, trying a different haircut is worth it, but if you're already unsure about getting a new style and your hairdresser still says, I don't know if it's going to look good, and you still go ahead and cut it, only to realize afterwards that it turned out bad, You can't say you weren't warned. And another tip that goes along with this is to try to find a good barber, because a great haircut definitely depends on the hands of a good barber. A guy who really knows what he's doing can even make a haircut that would look bad actually look good. Oh, and the most expensive barber isn't necessarily the best one at cutting hair. I know a lot of barbers here in my city who charge a fortune for a haircut and aren't even that good. And there are barbers who charge $30 and give you an amazing cut. Lack of care with your beard. This one is more specifically for those who have a beard, mustache, goatee, or whatever facial hair you have. Always remember to trim it, keep the hair short, and don't let it get all scraggly, with each hair going in a different direction. Always keep it neat, following your natural beard line. If you can, even your barber can do this for you. But you can also learn to do it at home since there are thousands of videos on YouTube. And to top it off, maybe even use a little beard oil. Personally, I use coconut oil on mine, but that's up to you. Dirty nails. It's always good to remember, right? After all, dirty nails don't look good on anyone. The good thing for men is that we don't need to do anything fancy with our nails. There are men who paint them, of course, but I'm talking about the basics. At the very least, you should trim your nails and keep them nicely cut, because that automatically helps prevent dirt from getting under them, giving them a clean and organized look. The basics of the basics, right? Poorly trimmed or unibrowed eyebrows. This is something a lot of men ignore or just don't care about. But if your eyebrows are really messy, or if you simply have a unibrow, that is eyebrows that are completely joined from one side to the other, it's really worth fixing them, because our eyebrows complement our gaze. They reveal a lot, and since they're right next to our eyes, they're one of the first things people notice when they meet us or see us. And by tidying them up, you'll make your gaze even more striking. Oh, but I don't know how to fix my eyebrows. I don't know how do I even do that? Eyebrows really are something we need to be very careful with, and you learn with practice or from someone who already knows how to do it. So personally, I don't recommend you try doing it at home the first time. Ask someone who already understands how to help you. Maybe your mom, sister, or a cousin. Without a doubt, there's some woman you know who knows how to do eyebrows and can help you with this. And you don't need to start by removing everything, trying to clean up as much as possible right away. Ask her to just remove the stray hairs, because that alone will already make a difference. Or even better, you can ask a professional to do it. It's totally normal. Many men go to salons to get their eyebrows done, and you can trust a bit more since it's a professional doing it for you. Treat people you don't need well. This is a bonus tip, but I thought it was worth including here because it's awful to meet someone and find out they usually treat waiters or cleaning staff badly. You know those people who, in quotes, we don't need to treat well, but actually we do. But a lot of people neglect this. You know those small gestures, like saying hi to your building's doorman, saying thank you to a waiter, not dismissing the work of a cleaning professional, treating the cashier kindly? This is definitely something that sets you apart, and if someone notices, they'll see it in a positive light, and who knows, it might even set a good example for others watching. Because without a doubt, if you're someone who treats these kinds of people badly, it makes you look bad in their eyes and in the eyes of anyone watching. So that's it. These were a few tips on things that make you look bad and how to change them. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the tips we always share here, because every week there's something new about the men's world, and that way you become a more distinguished man each time. So that's it. I'll wrap things up here and see you anytime.